simple name in a complex rivalry. For one side, the Big Orange is just not a color they can sit with, and the other side, Crimson, has them seeing red. Easy to assume everyone here has a lighter in hand, and now we get to see who will use it. Welcome everyone to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. So Tennessee's offense will have the football first. Crimson Tide dominated the last time they saw the balls blowing out Tennessee.
Man, Reese, it was roll tide roll as soon as they got off the bus. David, they were bigger, they were stronger and faster, and showed up on the scoreboard.
Oh, and Tennessee hasn't forgotten about it. You've had a year to stew on it and do something about it because you had a lot of mistakes a year ago.
Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Back to throw, it's Glenn. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Vols will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That's where they'll mark it down, and the next snap will come from just inside the 30-yard line. So Alabama's offense will have its first possession of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the gun, running back on the move. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate. Scanning the field, it's Glenn. Firing to the right, complete. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Volunteers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Swings it out to his running back. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Got some room to run. He's out of bounds at the 5, and what a job to set up his offense. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of me. There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Wants to throw. It's Aurora. Looking down the middle. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Here comes the heat. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And that last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. The run from the shotgun. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Got a little space. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They'll run the counter. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Off the play fake on first down. Finds a tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So Alabama One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. From the gun, give on the inside.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over, and you saw it on that play.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo.
Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Quickly out to the tight end. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. The Vols with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Snagged in the middle. It's Kane. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? He'll keep it himself. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Back to pass, it's Aurora. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25.
Touchdown Tide! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hold, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad, like it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Aurora. Grab near the marker, it's Rich. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Quick release by the QB. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Back's going for the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Indiana managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Bloomington had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, Dave.
In 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
A high kick trying to pin them deep. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Aurora. Sends it downfield. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Wants to throw on first down. Hauls it in. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Got his man quickly. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, the running back looking for room. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals.
The Volunteers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option, down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. The Tide is high and rolling as they try to send Rocky Top to rock bottom, and they've built a big lead.
And Alabama's simply been the more physical team in this game, and you're starting to see that exert itself here in the second half. They're pulling away, David. Tennessee's going to have to do something here, keep this thing close.
And the hard part for Tennessee is you got to stay positive. You got to believe you can win. This series hasn't always been in their favor, and they kind of know Bama's had their number of late, but they got to stay positive. They got to make something happen on this next drive.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Glenn. Gets it to him on the screen. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass on 2nd down. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Vols are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass is incomplete. And the Volunteers will send out the punt unit. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give out of the gun. Runs through a tackle. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group
turning it on. The 40. At the 30. He's at the 10. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
That route is a man-beater, and the quarterback knew exactly where to go with it. He got the look he wanted, put it out in front of the receiver, let him do the rest, yards after the catch.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown tie. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra. Back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. To the air, it's Glenn. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Vols will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. He breaks a tackle. He just broke the century mark. 100 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Oh, he's got some space. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking to throw on 3rd. A shot for the end zone. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. So they'll give up the 15 yards on the pass interference penalty, but that's certainly better than giving up a touchdown in the end zone. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Buys a little time with his feet. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It's third and goal and third and long. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They'll send out the kicker here. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They believe they can run right here. Finding an escape route. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They'll line up for a second down play. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll run play action. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Smith dropping to pass. Slings it downfield. Makes a connection. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. From the gun, the ground game. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Backed up now, here's second and long. Quickly to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm showing. Oh.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Volunteers will punt it away on fourth down. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's second and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. This is a designed run. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So here is the Tennessee offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Offense in a bunch formation. Smith wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's down. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll leave it with him. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Vols are at the line looking to convert on third and short. It'll be a run on third and short. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. They bring the punter onto the field now.
Number 14 in punt formation to kick it away.
Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Powers through the defender. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Kane. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Smith dropping to pass. Rushes on him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So Alabama once again takes the win in this smoking hot rivalry between the Vols